myself into a party here. I'll just make myself a party. Just hold on, boys. How the fuck do I get myself into a party? It won't let me get into a fucking party. I can't make my own party anymore. Am I still on fucking Red Dead? Is my audio still on fucking Red Dead? Yes, it is. This is fucking gay. Anyways, boys, welcome back to another edition of Red Dead. Welcome back to another edition of Red Dead Redemption 2. I do want to talk about the title. Yes, Jesse James in Red Dead Redemption 2. That's who I am. I am supposed to be Jesse James. So, for those of you who don't know, Jesse James is a relative of mine. He was a Confederate guerrilla, and he was a very well-known robber. But he still is a very, very, very well-known American outlaw to this day. He was, but yeah, he was a Confederate guerrilla. I'm not ashamed of that. He fought for what he believed, and that's respectable. But I do, however, I just did want to make a quick video about him because I have made some shit to resemble him. So let's actually see where the fuck this fast traveling station is. Right here. Right. I could be wrong. I rode into town, I fucking saw it. Where's the thing? Right here. Fuck's the fast travel station. Maybe if I turn on my map I'd be able to see. Yeah, it's right there. Sorry, Mr. Horse. Basically, I'm gonna just go to Valentine. Yeah, I'm going to Valentine. Anyways, boys, let me explain about my character. I did make Jesse James Red Dead Redemption 2 because I did see it as a perfect opportunity to make someone I really have grown an interest on in history. Jesse James, I already had an interest in him. I had an interest in him and Billy the Kid. But Jesse James is definitely at the top of my list for that. It sucks that it's fucking nighttime because I do want to show this character off quite a bit. How about I turn on my expanded map? Now I'll find somewhere to sleep or something. I don't know if you can do that in Red Dead. I can't fucking remember. You do have your camp actually. I just don't know where my camp is. But yeah, like I was saying, Jesse James Red Dead Redemption 2. I made my character to resemble him. It's not 100% accurate, but it's pretty close. But with things I could control, like the outfits that he wears, his facial hair, and his weapons, I could control, which is exactly what I did. I made them as accurate as possible as I could to the real Jesse James. Couple problems with that though. They do not have the lever action that he had, or there was no options for ivory handled grips, which is what he did have. So I just stuck with pearl, which is the closest thing that you can really get in this game to ivory. I wonder. Yeah, there's nowhere I can rest. Anyways, I'll just go right here. Or I could always go into the general store, and yeah, screw it, I'll go into the general store, and put my character into a kind of a show-off mode.
Got everything you need. Have a look.
Cool beans, bro. I want to get changed, but not really. Wardrobe. Okay, so as you can see, this is my Jesse James. So the boots he's wearing, I try to make as accurate as possible to Jesse James's real boots. Same thing goes with the spurs, the pants, the belt, the gloves, the vest, jacket, and basically anything else. The hat, the facial hair, the shirt. Here I'll actually change some stuff because I did make a custom outfit specifically that right there. That is what Jesse James really did look like, except for the boots. I actually have to change the boots. Boots, belt. Oh, buckles. I got something new for buckles. Enemy kill buckle. Cool. Jesse James had a gun belt quite similar to this. Actually, it's kind of crazy. Same color, same look, but the holsters had a floral print on the sides. Anyways, as you can see, the boots are square toe black boots, which is what Jesse had. The spurs and the leather straps for the spurs also look like Jesse's. Those things at the back by the dowel is called a shap guard, which basically just guards the boots from the pants or the chaps or whatever the cowboys were wearing. Again, chaps. Okay, the pants, these are just black rose pants. Jesse James wore a lot of black clothing because he'd move at night, so that make him less easy to spot. But like I said, Jesse James' gun belt look a lot similar to this. I do like that Rockstar added in the bullet loops all the way around the belt, because that is what real 1800s gun belts were like. Let's talk about the vest. Okay, the vest is also very similar to what Jesse would have worn. Jesse did wear lots of black clothes, so he would have worn a black vest. He did like to dress fancy. He had a alias as Thomas Howard. That's what he was listed. If you check in any city directory in Missouri about Jesse James, his name was Thomas Howard, and that's because he lived under a different alias, because he didn't want to get caught or whatever, because his children didn't even know his real name, until after he died, and they figured out, hey, my dad robbed over 25 banks changing stagecoaches, and he killed 17 people. The hat is a Western Homburg hat. If you may have watched Jesse James, or The Assassination of Jesse James by the coward Robert Ford, Brad Pitt does wear a Homburg hat, which is what Jesse would have worn in his older years. During the guerrilla days, he would have worn like a what do you call it? A fucking slouch hat and a duster. But as Jesse got older, he grew finer clothing to make himself look like a commodity investor or a cattleman. So he would have worn something like a frock coat, right? Something like this. But in his younger years, he would have worn something similar to like a duster, whether that be a black duster or a beige duster. Like I said, a white dress shirt and a puff and a red puff tie. Jesse would have worn that also. He liked to be, like I said, very fancy person. Liked to make himself. Those are rider's gloves, black rider's gloves. Easy to find. Jesse would have worn those while in his younger years and older years. Rope burn sucks. And the facial features of Jesse also is pretty similar. I'll just put Jesse 3. Done. Anyways, Jesse James did have facial hair He had blue eyes, which is what my character has. You can't see it, but he has blue eyes. He had blue eyes, brown hair, and short brown hair that is slicked.
I knew you'd be back.
Now let's talk about the guns. I'll run over to the gunsmith and I'll show you the guns. Gunsmith customize. Okay, let's start off with the Cattleman revolver. Okay, this is one of the most. This one is one of the most well-known, documented Jesse James revolvers, other than his Schofield revolvers. This was a Colt Peacemaker. He had with grips. I can't remember if they're ivory. Yes, they were ivory. They were aged ivory, which is elephant tusk. That's what Jesse James had. Nickel finish. He did like to have a good set of. He had multiple revolvers. He actually had 6 revolvers. I shortened the barrel on this one, but if you were to look at Jesse's actual revolver, this is what it would look like. He liked to have longer barrels. He had a total of 6 revolvers, 2 Schofields, 1 Navy Colt, and 3 Colt Peacemakers. So he was very heavily armed. Let's talk about the Navy revolver. This is modeled after the Colt Navy that Jesse James did use during the Civil War while riding with Quantrill and Bloody Bill Anderson. So all the finishes, the colors, the handle, everything is modeled exactly after what Jesse would have used. The Schofield revolver, I've only owned 1. Jesse James had to own 2, which is what I would like to do, but I can't because it's a very expensive revolver in this game. Modeled after exactly what Jesse would have had, a longer barrel, very good condition. Again, they don't have ivory grips in this game. Had to use pearl because those were the only straight grips that you could get, like straight white grips. It chambered in 44 Smith & Wesson. Jesse James favored these 2 guns, hence why he owned 2 of them. And he actually, those were the guns that he was wearing when he was shot, or he had taken off when he was shot. Lancaster repeater. The model in Red Dead Redemption 2 is modeled after a Winchester model 1893. Jesse James had a Winchester model 1873 or 1877, I can't remember. Again, the same finish. He had this in a black finish, and then he had one where the barrel is black, and then the frame is like gold or brass. Same varnish. If you search up documented, that's what it looks like. Repeating shotgun. I'm not 100% sure on if he did have a repeating shotgun. I have seen movies where Jesse did have a repeating shotgun, so I just went off of that. This is what it looks like. And the rare shotgun. I cannot make any modifications to the rare shotgun, sadly.
Beautiful condition. Keep it
But
up.
Jesse James did own multiple double barrel shotguns. So I will quickly go buy those and model them after Jesse's weapons. When Jesse James was assassinated, he left all his guns, all his jewelry, and all his money to his wife and kids. But when him and Frank were robbing trains and such, apparently he had given money to my family, and they bought the biggest farm in Alberta with that money. I live in British Columbia, but my family did live in Alberta at one point. They moved from Missouri to Idaho, and then Idaho to Alberta, then Alberta to British Columbia, and now that's where we still reside. The horse, Jesse had black horses. There's no doubt about that. Jesse did own black horses. The saddle is almost exactly what Jesse had, except the horn was longer. This one is a bit shorter than what Jesse had. But other than that, the design, the color, the saddlebags, everything is what Jesse would have had. So you are looking at the closest thing to a real-life Jesse James you could ever see. He did also wear bandanas, of course. I do not know why I cannot access my weapon wheel. It's quite confusing to me. I don't think I have to get out of a certain area to access it. I hope not, at least. But I can rob trains, rob stagecoaches, just like exactly Jesse would have done. That is Jesse did. Jesse did do that. Jesse would ride in, and rob shit. That was him. That was Jesse. I think my game is broken. Let's see if I walk off. Can I access my? And I can't access anything. That's quite disturbing. But let's go rob something. If there's anything before I head off the stream. Oh. Okay, boys. Give me your money. I said, give me your money. Are you deaf? Maybe my game is glitched. Give me your money.
Please don't.
Bad idea, boy. And Jesse James did kill people. He killed a total of 17 people. That he admitted that he did kill 17 people. That's really no shocker. He did rob a lot of places, and therefore he would have had to kill people in order to successfully rob those places, I guess. He also did get revenge killings, and he also did kill people during the Civil War. I'm being hunted, dead or alive, for $5. Holy shit. Anyways, Jesse James had a $10,000 bounty on his head. Which did cause people to be attracted to Jesse, considering that they could get... I can't fight back. Never mind, I can. Which just caused Jesse to have a lot of people after him. He was actually part of the biggest manhunt in American history. He was the one being hunted during the largest manhunt in American history. Now here in Canada, just 2 years ago, we had the largest manhunt in Canadian history with two local... Or sorry, not with two local boys, my bad. This was two boys from Canada who are running away because they apparently killed people. I don't know who they killed, but actually, anyways, guys, I just want to show you guys my Jesse James character in Red Dead. Pretty proud of him, I must say. He does look very good. This is what Jesse would have looked like. I'm pretty proud of it. Yeah, first person Jesse James. Pretty cool. Thanks, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see y'all next time. Goodbye.